So you're moving to Northwest Arkansas. You kind of have an idea of maybe a few areas that will fit your lifestyle. Well, in this video, what I'm going to be discussing is really all of Northwest Arkansas. Take you through my mindset of what I was thinking when moving here and really dissect all the different sections and areas that make up Northwest Arkansas. So you'll have a good understanding of a few areas that will fit your lifestyle and a bunch of them you can cross off the list that won't fit your lifestyle. So if you want to learn the best spot for you and whoever's coming with you to live in Northwest Arkansas, we're getting after it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Wilkie with the Living in Arkansas team. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play, and the best areas for you to live, make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And we honestly get so many phone calls, emails, texts every single day from people moving and relocating here, and we absolutely love it. So thinking about moving anywhere in the Northwest Arkansas area, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving to Northwest Arkansas. All right, so here's the weird thing about it. It's such a small town, and I come from a small town, so I really took everything for granted, all the back roads, county roads, whatever, and all the sections and new neighborhoods, like the back of your hand. But one thing you don't truly understand is that it's very spread out, right? And so you kind of have main downtown areas there, but the attraction of these areas, decades ago was that it was small town. Go out and get my acreage and be, 20 miles from the mill or whatever it was, and so it's kind of hodgepodge. And until you truly understand all these different areas, you'll probably never know some of these areas that truly fit your lifestyle that you've never heard of. So I'm going to be walking you through kind of the Bentonville, Rogers, Fayetteville. Those are the three main areas. We'll also get into the Springdale area, Cave Springs, Lowell. So we'll really dissect all these. But let's start, kind of in the south part of this, which is probably one of the most famous areas, which is Fayetteville, the University of Arkansas. The people that we really truly see moving to Fayetteville, you have some of the top hospitals. And real quick on that, coming from a small town, I came from North Idaho, so I wanted to get away from the snow, but still have kind of the nature, the beauty, the hiking, the trees, the mountains. But also I love the Southern culture. I fell in love with it. So you kind of have the best of both worlds. But, where I come from, you only have one hospital. That was it. But especially in the Fayetteville area, it is loaded with some of the best hospitals that you can find, especially, I got 3 kiddos, the children's hospitals here. So Fayetteville obviously is the University of Arkansas. So you got Dixon Street, and obviously, a lot of people aren't moving here besides college kids for that. Maybe some investors looking in that area, but it's not that. College Avenue, you go down there, you can head up into the mountains. So Sequoia Mountain is an area that we see a lot of people. So doctors, nurses, they can be just minutes, and I mean minutes away from some of these hospitals. They have all of the shops, restaurants, bars that they can, go to afterwards or whatever, or, go eat. But they can get that kind of that private, living. My mom's been in the nursing, RN for 30 plus years. She was also a coroner. And I know that, some of those days are very, very stressful, and just the unwinding or having your own space is something she's always wanted. And so I get that. And that's kind of what we see is you're very close to everything. And this is the downtown Fayetteville area. We'll expand from there, but especially like that Sequoia Mountain, it reminds me, I come from North Idaho, and Spokane, Washington had the South Hill. So again, it was like 120-year-old homes, but you drive up, and people were very attracted to it. It wasn't something that I truly liked, but kind of that older home, you get way more space. You're going to see deer all over the place and wildlife, have views of basically all downtown Fayetteville. So that's kind of what we see in that area. If that fits you, there's a few areas that really align with that. But the other thing about Fayetteville is it's actually starting to grow up to the north as well. And not start, it has been, but that's where we're seeing, like Mountain Ridge, some of these neighborhoods where you can actually have more of the suburb style living. You're 10 to 15 minutes away, removed from downtown, so you're still really close. But now you get more of the suburb living, the sidewalks on both sides of the street, but you're going to get mountain bike trails right in your backyard. So There's mountain biking just about everywhere. Obviously, like the Bentonville area. I mean, right from town square, there's the Slaughter Pen. There's 100+ miles of trails, but Fayetteville actually has some of that too. So you can find neighborhoods to where it's kind of cool when you go through some of these. Because of the trees and the mountains, you'll see these beautiful, these homes. And like I said, the parks, the sidewalks, and mountain bike trails. But like 2 minutes outside is all your grocery stores, your restaurants, bars, and it's kind of like that newer strip mall style. But you don't hear any of it. You don't hear the rustle and bustle of those streets and the highway because you're tucked into these. So that's kind of what we see in the Fayetteville area. You're going to get the families, you get the college students, you get even retirees, people wanting kind of that space. And there is condo living and stuff in that area. There's a bunch of different style. There's actually equestrian properties out to the east a ways too. So your 10-acre, 20-acre properties you can find out that way. And there's going to be a lot of similarities because the real big difference in these is the downtown, right? Because you get 5 miles, 5 minutes, 10, 15 minutes outside of downtown Bentonville, Fayetteville, Springdale. And Springdale is just small in where all the industrial is, but you're gonna be out in the middle of nowhere. Farmers out there actively swathing, baling, wind raking, doing all the hay. So you're going to notice that the big difference is really closer to the downtown. So Fayetteville has its suburbs too, if you need to be more down towards the south or closer to downtown Fayetteville. Moving up, Springdale, Taunton, like those little areas there. That one's out to the west, and this is knowing that there's only the 49 that runs north and south, the major highway, and the only thing that goes out to the west is the 412 highway, and that runs you right out to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if you need to be close to the freeway and right smack dab in the middle of everything, Springdale's kind of the area for that. Like I mentioned, it's super industrial. You cannot drive those main roads without seeing trucks everywhere, and I'm talking semis. So the trucking industry, obviously, J.B. Hunt, is a top Fortune 500 company. So that's what you see out in these areas. Lots of chickens and trucks for the farmers. But you have cool little like wineries out in this area. They got fairs going on. They'll have like the Cherry Festival, and you can really stretch that dollar. So Springdale's like right in the middle, where Fayetteville moving to the north and Bentonville's moving to the south. There's some pocket neighborhoods in there for starter homes that are new construction, in that 200,000, 250 range, which is crazy, which is super expensive for the locals. They can't believe it. For, people coming from out of state, that's insane. But you're not going to get really any of the nightlife. It's some strip malls out in the area and industrial, like I mentioned. So if you really just want space, starter, Springdale's there. I know you can move up, get that 3-4 bedroom home, 2,200 square foot, probably in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. So you're kind of sacrificing things to do, but to get into that nicer, newer home. The area that surprised me the most was Rogers. Now, when you look at Rogers on the map, it's way west of the 49, and the town was built in 1881. So there's no like downtown. It's like an old little street, right? And so people aren't moving to Rogers to have like the downtown. Now, if you head over to the west, to the 49 in Rogers, that's where you have the promenade. So you have this giant outdoor shopping mall, movie theaters, Top Golf, Bass Pro Shops. You have the Walmart amphitheater right there. So you get, some big name country concerts, Jim Gaffigan, comedy, he's coming. So Rogers is an area that now that Bentonville really blew up, Fayetteville did, it shares a lot of borders with Bentonville. So it's very, very, very close. And a lot of money is being infused into that area. So it is like the suburbs. That's why I say it surprised me, because when you're over on the west side, it's just not as much. You get the promenade and everything central on the freeway. But if you head to the west and you get into some of these neighborhoods, I mean, you can be minutes, 5, 8, 10 minutes from downtown Bentonville, but have acre properties. There's actually some cool neighborhood. Yeah, there's some kick-ass neighbors. Actually, I love the South. But neighborhoods to where you are next to all the elementary schools, but it's a minimum acre and a half up to 2 acres. So You get your sport court, basketball hoops, the pools, or you just get a lot of space. So you'll have all the swings and play equipment for the kids. You're right by the schools. So you kind of see all different styles of people who want that. And then the people who don't want over an acre to to manage. It's a lot of work. Just across the street, you can get into new construction homes, probably in that $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 range. That's going to be 3,000 square foot or bigger. You're still going to have quarter acre lot. That's the cool thing about Arkansas too. That really surprised me is that there's not a lot of like really tight living until you get closer to downtown in like Bentonville. Even there downtown, you're going to get massive lots, sometimes up to an acre. And that's why they build these 5,000-6,000 square foot homes there. But Rogers, I thought, is kind of the can't miss suburbia area that kind of borders everything. You're still kind of central, good schools. You're right next to the freeway, and they have incredible golf courses out this way. Yet you're going to be a little bit more affordable than the Bentonville area. So with that, Rogers is kind of your can't miss suburbia area with obviously acreage everywhere you look as well. I mean, you'll drive through farm fields. That's the commonality here. So again, now there's so many different pocket neighborhoods, right? So I like this style of home, or I want this amount of property, or I want to be close to this job, work, school. Now we know these because it's just pocket neighborhoods. You're never going to find these just massive hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes. This little pocket might have, be some farmer sold out, and so there's 25 homes there. You'll see that a lot, but new construction is 1/3 of the inventory available right now. So I mean, knowing the lifestyle you like is very important. So when you reach out, we'll go, okay, Knowles Hills or whatever it is, neighborhood there in Rogers is going to be perfect for you. So with that, moving on is Bentonville. Everybody knows Bentonville. They have the Walmart Museum right there, Bentonville Square. They hold all their, Saturday markets there. The Bentonville Film Festival. You have the Slaughter Pen Trail, which literally goes right through town. Out of town, you go through the Bentonville Square, and boom, you hit the trail systems. It's amazing. You can go on 30, 40, 100 plus miles of trails right there. That's what Bentonville downtown is. Again, there is the southern border of Bentonville, which shares on Rogers on the west side of the 49, where there is some of the best golf course communities. I love golf. So these are the areas that we kind of picked because you get everything. I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere. You have views of mountains. They got really nice schools out this way, country club, and then you have, big custom homes right there. So you have the ability to get these nice new construction homes in these areas where have all the amenities, things to do, mountain biking, schools, golf, and, again, be 10 minutes. So then we can cruise right into Bentonville. And go for the night, go grab hit a restaurant for some food or whatever's going on. Those are kind of the areas that we chose. And the reason was I got 3 kids, man. I like to have, they have the ability to go out and do kind of really anything they want in these areas and have space, right? And not have to worry about all the people. So then you move to the north of that, and, Bentonville has its little suburbs. There's actually some super luxury lanes where you can get 5, 6, 7,000 square foot homes on minimum 1.5 to 2 acres. You're going to be able to drive through, and go in the back to the garage. You'll see shops out this way. So they'll have the big house shop, could have living quarters in it for, the nannies, for the in-law quarters. We hear a lot of our clients reaching out like, hey, we want the house, but we're bringing our in-laws with us. The parents are coming too. So, separate living. We see that out there, and you can get super, super luxury modern homes out there, but yet again, out in the farm fields. Moving up north, downtown Bentonville is like, I just want the outdoors. I want that small town living, right walking distance from the Bentonville Square. You're going to see, it reminds me of Belmead. If you've ever been to Nashville, Tennessee, cruised through there one time. I thought it was one of the coolest places I've ever seen because you were like 10 minutes from Music Row, from all the honky tonks, yet 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre pieces with like these 4,000 square foot homes. It's incredible. But that's what you get downtown Bentonville is that massive lot, and you're seeing it. I mean, you'll have a home that's from the late 1800s, and it's been either completely remodeled inside. The outside looks the same. There's actually a list of over like 30 historic homes. They're not quite prehistoric. And then you also see, they'll have kind of that 1950s, 60s look where, it started to build, and you'll have a 1 acre, 2 acre lot, and then you'll find it where They come in, buy that, knock it down, and they'll build a 5,000-6,000 square foot home. And then you can look right down the road and see the Bentonville Square and have everything, plus go mountain biking right from your house. So there's really, if you can hear, it's like the outdoor living lifestyle, but there's a lot of different areas and pockets that will really fit your lifestyle. So you can have almost everything that you need in a neighborhood, but you'll never know where these little pockets are and where these things are until you really go with somebody who knows the area. And so that's what we truly love when you reach out and you say, I need this lifestyle, that style of home. I want to be close to this. Now we're like, okay, these 2-3 pocket neighborhoods you've never heard of are going to fit your lifestyle perfect. But the only way we can help you find that spot is you got to reach out. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving to Northwest Arkansas. Until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.